Join me for a typical day living in my van in Massachusetts as I find a cozy place for breakfast, visit the gym for a workout and shower, stop at the food pantry, work at my massage studio, and go for a relaxing hike along the Weston Aqueduct. Good morning, tubers. It is another day, and it is cold. It's warming up a little bit. This is currently where it is right now, where I'm sleeping. But it was like 32 earlier. Alright, I am on my way to somewhere to have breakfast. I have a spot in mind. It's kind of a unique little spot. It's just like a trailhead. Sometimes I'll have breakfast there and then go for a little hike. This morning, I'm not sure if I'm going to hike. I might just head to the gym right after breakfast. But it's this trailhead down this little road. It's actually next to I don't know what you want to call it, not headquarters, but it's like a FEMA location, which is interesting. Sometimes, like, you know, it's like nothing going on there. And other days, it's like tons of people, and they got some, like, everyone's busy, and you never know what's going on. But I think part of their facility there is like underground under this big hill, which is kind of neat looking. So I'll give you guys a little look at it when we drive by. It is busy at this FEMA spot today. Look at all these cars. What is going on? That's some crazy stuff. See that hill? When I drive by again, I'll show you. There's like an entrance door underneath that hill. As I was saying, it's cold. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's gonna be a long winter. Damn. I hate winters. And I went through this last year. Winter, no heat, and uninsulated van. I grabbed the other milk because I did leave the other one. Guys, another look at the FEMA facility here. Underground entrance, just kind of
4 minutes from my time slot at the food pantry, so I got a boogie. Hopefully there's not a long line at the light up here. So, I'm not your stereotypical van lifer. I don't work remote. I don't have a ton of money, and I go to the food pantry because I'm broke as hell. And I can't afford an apartment, things like that. Even though I have my own business, for several months I was doing that and DoorDash in my van. And DoorDash was actually pretty decent money for a while, but it was a crap load of miles on my van. And then all of a sudden, DoorDash it stopped paying well. It started paying absolute garbage. And sometimes it'd be a day or two like that, and it would pick back up, and which is okay. But it just was consistently garbage for like over a month, and I decided that it was probably costing me money to do because I was only getting like $4 or $5 an hour after I paid for gas. And then you got to consider repairs and wear and tear on the vehicle, and it just became not worth it, unfortunately, because otherwise it was good for a little while, and it was actually helping, because my business had slowed down quite a bit, and it was paying for even my rent there was coming out of that. And then that ended because it was garbage. So now I'm basically back to just my massage business, which luckily has picked up a little bit. And it is a long line today at the food pantry. Yeah, it sucks. Last week was pretty quick. Yeah. So I realized why it's busy. It's because it's Thanksgiving, so people are getting their Thanksgiving meals all set up. But yeah, I don't need the Thanksgiving meal because I don't eat meat. So most of the things I probably wouldn't be able to eat. So, but otherwise, it's regular stuff's great. Also, just as I was talking about that they wouldn't have vegan meals for Thanksgiving, they do. They actually have like a stuffed squash type thing. So, wow, this is amazing. It's made such a difference coming here to get food once a week. I put it off for a long time. It took a lot of humility kind of to do it, and then once I did, it's been awesome. All right, I got my food, and now I'm on my way to my office. All right, let's roll that window up. You guys probably can't even hear me. It's cold out, but there's a good solar gain right now, and I kind of still warmed up from gym and shower. break. I've got a couple hours before I have to come back for another client. So I think I'm gonna go for a little hike. Sounds like something I would do. We have made it down to the trail here. We're gonna head this way because this will bring us back to the aqueduct. It's like a wetland area with like thousands and thousands of cat and nine tails. It's just beautiful. So today I kind of shared a little bit more of my personal situation, why I'm living in a van. Even though I idealize van life, I think it's what I want to be doing, despite financial situations. Like, I would actually much rather live in a van than in an apartment or a house, and I hope to continue doing it into the future, even if my financial situation improves. I like the freedom that it gives as far as where I'm going, not having these other expenses unnecessarily. So and I've done some trips in the past, living in a van at various points in my life, just kind of traveling and stuff. So I knew it was something I wanted to get back to eventually anyway. And, despite the current situation being something that I have to do, I do enjoy it. So it's not all doom and gloom. Show you guys. This is a really cool little lookout area. yeah, just a really neat spot. It's like all these cool little like greenway areas, which have, since I bought a gravel bike, I've discovered, because I try to avoid riding on the road as much as I can, and if I can connect all these little networks of trails, then I can do a ride around here over 100 miles with like 90% of it just off-road by connecting from one trail to the next. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm gonna have time to hike along the river today because the sun is like almost down. So maybe just kind of go over to the end of the trail, show you guys that, show you the river, and then just kind of make my way back. It sucks the days are so short, and they're still getting shorter. Got like, yeah, another month of them getting shorter each day. Some ducks down there in the water. It's amazing to me that any animal can be in the water when it's this cold out. So this bridge is actually built on, there's a pipe underneath with thousands and thousands of gallons of water rushing through it. I believe that's on its way to Boston maybe, or some of the surrounding towns to bring them their drinking water. Back to the van, and now I got to go up that big hill. So I guess I came down it, but it was bushwhacking through the woods at that point, so I have to do it. All right, here's the hill I have to go up. I'm really feeling the leg workout from yesterday at the gym right now. I usually don't notice it much, but right now I'm feeling it. All right, that is a good sized hill. And we got this neat building here. I imagine it's some kind of like water pump to get the water up that hill. Because then the other side of the bridge we were on, there is a hill there too, and there's another one of those, so that's probably what it is, just to keep the water flowing. Look at that. It's a nice sunset. Back at the van. Alright guys, well, the sun is definitely down at this point, and now it's time to head back to my office for more work. So that's what we're off to. Back at the office and all ready for a client. Alright, last client is gone, so I think I might have like maybe another bite to eat and clean up a bit and then head out. Oh, it's frosty here. We got ice on the window. Alright, well, I guess I'm gonna be sitting here for a little bit. Let that window thaw. Oh man. Where's my winter hat go? I need to find that. It's cold. What is the temperature? Let's see. It says it's 30 and feels like 30, but it's maybe 30 and feels like 20. I don't know. Burr. Burr, burr, burr. Oh, crap. I'll eat some Oreos in the meantime. Have I mentioned that I hate winters? Yeah, I do. Alright. And we are off. Guys, I am at my parking spot for the night. It's a pretty safe spot. I've never had issues here, never had a knock or anything, so I don't expect
to have any issues tonight. It's pretty damn cold, so I'm gonna hop in back, run my propane heater just for a couple minutes just to warm up a little bit, and probably watch a little bit of YouTube and just go to sleep. So kind of hooked on watching some of the slow roamers videos right now, so if you haven't checked out those guys, probably some of the best van life videos on YouTube, so highly recommend. Anyway, all right,